Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we'll talk about how changing your thinking can actually change your body. Oftentimes we go out there looking for a solution, looking for something to help us lose weight. And I'm not saying there's anything bad about that, but I'm talking about also changing our our internal dialogue in order to achieve the goals that we are looking for. So changing your thinking and changing the mindset, the internal environment that you have when it comes to your thoughts can actually help you change your weight. So let me tell you a little story about myself. I was born obese. That's what I think. I was born at 10 pounds. I grew up into an overweight child, an obese teenager, and an obese adult. My highest weight was about 300 pounds. I know when I got really close to that, I stopped weighing myself. But tracking back to my teenage years, I already started dieting and trying to do something about my weight then. So I sought advice from different places, just probably like you have. I looked for all kinds of diets. I tried those, and I'm sure by now diets do not work. When I got really serious and intentional about losing weight, I first tried in 2010 after I had a family tragedy, and I said, look, I need to get serious at this point. I was already a physician coaching patients on weight loss. So I was the one to sit down, write out a diet and an exercise program, hand that out. And then when that did not work, I was struggling to figure it out in addition to doing the same thing on my own. So I worked with trainers, I worked with nutritionists, I started running marathons. I thought that was one of the best things for me because I thought I could spend all this energy and no matter what I ate, then I will become smaller. Wrong, failed. Finally, in 2017, I decided to become intentional about weight loss. And I actually started writing a book called The Evolve Method. The first chapter of that book is emotions, how we feel. Because if we don't change the internal environment that we have, it's difficult for the external things to even help us. Or even if we have success in losing weight, it may not be long-term unless we change the dialogue that we have internally. So changing your thinking may help you actually change your weight. And you're asking me how? Okay, let's talk about some of the internal things or the dialogue that I was having with myself even while I was seeking help. I would stand in front of the mirror in the morning and look at myself and tell myself, I am too fat. I am ugly. I am obese. I'm not going to be able to succeed. After all, I was born overweight. Maybe this is my DNA. At one point, I was actually convinced that I was born to be overweight, even though I was trying. See, those thoughts consumed me, and we know that what you think over and over can actually be written as a script in your brain, and subconsciously you start to act out what you are telling yourself repeatedly. Does that make sense? So in order to change that internal environment, which you must in order to see long-term results when it comes to weight loss, what you want to do is change that negative self-talk into positive. I'm not saying it is easy, but you can do it with practice. For example, classic example, you wake up in the morning, you go to weigh yourself. You already have a number that you think may appear on the scale. And when you step on that scale and that number doesn't pop up, what do you tell yourself? Some of us just down ourselves so much that even if we were on a program, this is where we abandon things and say, okay, it didn't work, so I may as well go back to my old ways. No, what I'm asking you, I'm encouraging you to do is to start loving yourself wherever you are, because weight loss is not going to make you love yourself. That's one thing. The second thing is that when you speak negative words onto yourself, your subconscious mind absorbs that. Your stress level goes up some, and then your environment on the inside is not favorable for weight loss. What I tell myself is, listen, if I step on the scale and I see I've gained a few pounds, I say, okay, this is why we nip it in the bud and start putting in those things that I know work for me. But it doesn't change how much love I have for myself. It's something that I practiced over and over. Sometimes I'll go for a vacation, come back, and I will just be shocked at how much weight I gained during the vacation. And it just seemed like I continued to gain weight even after the vacation. Nowadays, I've gone for vacations and I just don't gain weight. Why? Because I have developed those habits that have helped me. In addition to that, while I'm on vacation, I nourish my body. I don't binge eat, but I nourish my body. I don't restrict myself. So that's another one of the dialogues that we need to start at this point. So what are you eating? Are you just eating because you're stressed? Are you eating because? Or if somebody suggests that you should stop eating maybe refined sugars, what are you telling yourself? Are you telling yourself you can do this? Or are you telling yourself, oh, it's too hard? Listen, if you tell yourself it is too hard, then it will be too hard. So what you need to do is say, there is a better way for me to nourish my body. Let me start working on it right now. I want to nourish my body. I want to live in this body tomorrow. I want it to be healthy. So start looking at things in the positive light. What I'm actually inviting you to do is to change the dialogue that you have with yourself, because it will help you in all aspects of your healthy lifestyle journey. Other things that I did, or I told myself at a certain point, I couldn't believe that I would even do a push-up. I tried it, it didn't work, and I said, well, it's just not possible. I'm too heavy. There's no way I can do a push-up. Right now, I can do several push-ups in a row, and when I coach other people in my 10, 21-day boot camp, I tell them, try one. If you've never done a push-up, just try. Keep trying. Your body is a phenomenal, adaptable machine. If you try and try and try, what's going to happen is you can do 1 and then 2 and then 3. So you just need to spend time believing in you, changing that internal dialogue that you have with yourself, telling yourself you have the power to do this. Whatever it is, you have the power to do it. You've got to have faith in yourself in order for you to be successful in anything, okay? Those of you who have children, for example, take the child, put the child in kindergarten. You know it's going to go from pre-K 4 to first grade, second grade, third grade. Little Johnny is going to progress. And you believe in little Johnny. If the teacher starts telling you something is wrong, you're thinking, okay, let me help little Johnny along the way, but you still have faith that your child is going to do well. Okay, so what I'm inviting you also to do is to start having faith in yourself, because you can do this. Change that dialogue. If you go to the gym, tell yourself you can do whatever you plan to do in the gym. If you're thinking of starting a certain nutrition plan, let's say you want to start the keto diet, let's say you want to start a clean diet or a juice diet or a smoothie diet, whatever it is. I'm not really a big fan of diets, but what I say is do the things that work for you and have faith that they will work. That said, let's dispel the notion of perfection, okay? That's another thing that gives us that negative internal dialogue, because we start something, we make a little mistake, and we don't realize that we are humans and we can make mistakes. Look, cut yourself some slack and say, listen, I'm human, that's okay. I'm going to pick up and I will continue from here, because we are humans. We're not 100% perfect. So anytime that you make a mistake or you deviate from your diet or your nutrition plan or whatever it is that you're doing, just tell yourself, listen, I'm human, I'm going to snap back and continue on the path that I have chosen. Don't beat yourself down if you deviate some. So if you change your thinking, it would help you feel better about yourself every single step of the way, and it would improve your chances of being successful. Not live in the past and say, okay, I was 300 pounds, so I'm going to be back there. No, we're looking at the future. And actually, if you watch my last video, I was encouraging you to figure out or think about what you want to look like, what you want your health to be like 2 years from now, what you want your body to look like 2 years from now, and actually start living in that body. These strategies will help you through all aspects of life, so I invite you to try them. Change your thinking. Change the way you think about everything in your environment when it comes especially to your body. Love it wherever you are. Love that body and tell yourself you can do it. You have the power to overcome whatever it is that you may be trying or you may be struggling with. So I hope these tips help you. If you found this video useful, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification button or bell so that every time I put out a video like this, then you would be notified. I wish you all the best in your health and wellness journey. And listen, I believe in you. You can do it. Thank you.